have the Ambassador of Colombia, Her Excellency Mariana Pacheco. She's an ambassador of Colombia in India for almost like now 21 months, and she's leaving the country soon because she has completed her tenure. So we are going to talk about the various activities that happened during her tenure when she took over right in the middle of lockdown. Ambassador, good afternoon. Welcome to the Financial Express. I just wanted to start off with, you have been here for a short time of 21 months or more. So how has your experience been? And if you can, talk about what exactly have you achieved during that time as an ambassador?
Thank you, Homa. Good afternoon. This has been an incredible journey. They talk about incredible India. I say my incredible journey in India. Yes, I arrived in February of 2021, and immediately I started working in various issues. One, of course, was the issue of health and the expansion and the increasing cooperation between India and Colombia in obtaining and learning, especially from India's health security in health. India's incredible and astonishing and innovative developments in vaccines at the moment, and not only in vaccines but in other products and pharma products that are not only quality-wise very high but also affordable, not only for the citizens of India but also for the citizens of Colombia and humanity. Started working on health issues, on aerospace issues, on science and technology issues, and on, of course, culture issues, soft diplomacy. And why culture has also been key in during my tenure, because India has so much to offer, not only to Indians,
Yes.
but to the world. And so I think one of my goals and results is that I created a space, the Casa Colombia. Casa means home and both house in Spanish, for all Indians and for everyone to have a space to learn more about Colombian culture in India.
Because of the ongoing Russia-Ukraine war and its impact on global issues like energy, like especially in the hydrocarbon sector. What exactly is Colombia doing with India? Because recently there was a delegation which was expected to go. If you can give an update in Colombia, India meeting Colombia helping India in meeting its energy requirements.
Yes, yes. This has started actually last year and the year before. We have supplied coal to India. We have very high quality coal in Colombia, and in the moments of need we have supplied coal to India. And in terms of crude oil, yes, we have private Indian companies that have been purchasing Colombian oil now for some time. And back 2 or 3 months ago, we had a delegation from Ecopetrol, Colombia's national oil company, coming to India. And Ecopetrol opened an office in Singapore to supply and to have closer links with Asia. And the president of Ecopetrol just yesterday visited Singapore and signed a term contract with Indian Oil Corporation. What this means is a contract to supply crude oil to India, and to strengthen our ties with regards to crude oil and the needs of India and India's incredible growth, which is in need of crude oil. I must also add that ONGC Videsh is an investor in Colombia in exploration, and it has also strengthened its cooperation with Ecopetrol. I would say most of the oil that ONGC Videsh produces goes to Ecopetrol itself, and Ecopetrol is also in cooperation with ONGC in various areas within Colombia. So in terms of crude oil, I must say we have a very close relationship, and we hope and to continue to have a midterm and long-term relation, not only to assure energy security in India at, of course, at the prices that both companies agreed on, but also to have that cooperation strengthened for the well-being of both India and Colombia.
Moving forward, during your tenure, which has been pretty short, I mean, compared to the regular, because the government in your country has changed. So you have managed to get two inward and outward big visits. Can you talk about those two visits and what it means for the India-Colombia relations?
Yes, yes. Last year, again, in midst of COVID, I think COVID did not stop us. That's one thing. Either video conference or person to person, even though it was difficult. We had almost 40 people delegation coming to India, led by a former Vice President and Minister of Foreign Affairs of Colombia, Marta Lucía Ramírez, the Minister of Health, the Vice Minister of Science and Technology, and officials from our health regulation agency, Pharma, Colombian pharma companies, Colombian universities, and we visited Pune, Hyderabad, Bangalore, and of course Delhi. Vice President Marta Lucia met with Vice President of India, with Minister Jaishankar. We had an excellent meeting, and with Minister of Health and other key officials, both in government and also key CEOs of Indian companies that are looking for opportunities in Colombia and taking Colombia as a hub to export to the rest of the Americas, and for Indian companies that are in Colombia and they're looking also into expanding into the Colombian market. Then we had the visit of Minister Lecky. Madam Minister Lecky also went to Colombia. She signed the MOU in cooperation in aerospace for peaceful purposes, which I have to say has had very good follow-up. One of the issues that I have stressed during my tenure is not only signing agreements, memorandum of understanding, but actually putting, we say, meat into it. We putting work into it, and so we've had with this MOU 2 meetings now, and both I have visited Israel as well, and also the Ministry of Science and Technology and Innovation of Colombia has been in touch with Israel, and the Ministry of Science and Technology has put up a call for proposals that we can follow up both Israel and our ministry or other Indian agencies in terms of using satellites and using other technology, aerospace technology, for peaceful purposes.
During your tenure, they have, I think one of the Indian companies has signed an agreement with your government for vaccines, vaccines not only for COVID but for others. So if you can talk about that.
Yes, yes, I am very excited about this. It's the first joint venture that has happened between Colombian Pharma and Indian pharmaceutical companies. Genova Pharmaceuticals from Pune signed an agreement with Vaxtera. Vaxtera is a new pharma company in Colombia. They're building up from scratch a pharma company led by one of our leading scientists in Colombia. He's an expert on biotechnology. And they have already started. Vaxtera, of course, has visited India and has had not only the support of Genova but other consulting pharma companies for this new joint venture to flourish. So we're very excited about this, and we very much look forward for other pharma companies. And on that, yes, we've had visits of other pharma companies that are looking into entering into cooperation with other pharma companies. And I may add something that we're also looking to concrete results in joint research, on medical research. We have an MOU that is almost ready to be signed, and we're very much looking forward to sign an MOU that will look into joint research in what they call neglected diseases like Zika, chikungunya, dengue, antidotes for snake and spider bites. Is something that in developed countries might not be of interest, but of course it is of interest for Colombia and India as well.
And if you can also talk some about the auto sector, I believe
Hero.
Hero has set up its
Yes.
manufacturing base, or what exactly is?
Yes, Hero has a manufacturing base in outside of a city in Colombia, which is called Cali. It is expanding. It is growing at a very high rate, monthly rate, because people prefer to have their own means of transportation, meaning a motorcycle, rather than taking public transportation because of the COVID pandemic. And now Hero is also looking forward to expanding into new motorcycles, hopefully electric or other means, and to take Colombia as a hub to export even to Brazil and larger markets. I have to say also that Royal Enfield is
Yes,
also in
yes,
Colombia.
yes.
And Royal Enfield has also signed an agreement, so another Colombian company will be doing the assembling or the value added of Royal Enfield motorcycles. They're going to start with 50,000 motorcycles per month, and the idea is to expand into the year and into the years to come. Both into gasoline motorcycle and electric motorcycle.
Also, you talked about in your introduction, you talked about the soft diplomacy or people to people or cultural. So you have been holding a lot of events, and recently you had a painter coming from Colombia. Colombia, and she did some mural at
Yes.
the metro station. If you can talk about that,
Yes.
and recently you also launched one of the designers,
Yeah.
fashion brands coming in India.
Yes, yes, thank you, Huma. So I believe that the Colombians were very creative, and we have a lot to offer to the world, and to show our traditions and our I mean culture, being arts, writing, photograph, paintings, anything. And let me talk about first about the innovative bathing suits, women's bathing suits. It was just launched. Now they're being sold online. It's the first brand of bathing suits, Colombian bathing suits that are innovative and very, not only by the fabric they use, but also by their designs. The fabric they use is UV, and they have all this technology included. And the designs are not only for the perfect woman, but they also take in consideration, women that are not size 6 or 4, but maybe 12 or 14 into it. This brand Chamela now has a joint venture with a Fabnest, an Indian company, and they're being sold online. We hope that other sportswear and innerwear and all sorts of design, very niche design, fashion will be coming to India as well. With regards the painter that came to Colombia, she's a muralist. She's an urban artist. She painted a very large mural that is at Casa Colombia, the cultural house at the Embassy of Colombia. But she also did something very nice, which was one of the walls at Vasan Vihar metro station. She painted, and she not only painted herself, but also with an Indian European painter, and is there for the to see once you take the metro of Vasant Vihar, or you come to Vasant Vihar through metro. You may see it once you get out of the metro. There are street vendors. It's a mural of a street vendor that they look very much alike. Our Colombian street vendors are exactly like the Indian vendors. I think culturally we're very close. I say that we might be very far geographically, but in heart and soul and culture, we're very, very close.
So last question for you. What is it that you're going to miss the most when you leave the country?
Ah, Huma, that's a very difficult question. I'm gonna miss you.
Oh,
I'm gonna miss Huma, and I'm gonna miss. I mean, being an ambassador, I've made so many friends, and I have to say friends, and the people themselves. I'm gonna miss, of course, the food. I'm gonna miss beautiful places, temples, mosques, stupas, mosques. I mean, everything. Um, I don't think I'm gonna miss the heat of Delhi. Bogota is up high in the Andes. But yes, I'm gonna miss India. I have committed myself with so many people that I'll be back somehow. And India has given me a lot, and one of the things that I first have to say is that I have to appreciate how generous and kind India has been with me and with my son, whom is here with me, and my colleagues, Indian government, Indian ministry. So much
much, Excellency.
Thank
It
you.
was such a
Thank you
pleasure.
so
Thank
much.
you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.